Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Your average logical thinker. This is your girl Mo, and I was just watching an episode of I Never Knew TV where they talking about just because something is popular doesn't mean it's quality.
Taken Out of Georgia or something. You know that song? Anyway, I was singing the song fine because I'm in the gym all the time and they kept replaying
You
it.
think you like it now?
Back to the radio station now, right? They're constantly playing these songs you really wasn't like, but you listen to it, you start singing to it. Now this is the trick. Once you see the amount of attention that song is getting, and once you see majority's people response to that song, that's what gives that validation for you now to join the party. Very few people that I've met can listen to a song and say that song's fire. They need someone else to tell them that song's fire, or this person has a great talent, or this is a great body of work, or this is good. If someone else doesn't tell them that,
then
they can't accept it.
Can't accept it.
Even if they like it, in their brain, they need that validation from outside
They don't
sources.
like it and say, it's all right.
Because everybody else don't give it that type of energy. You know how I go already fire, right?
Right? So we have to differentiate between what's popular, what everybody likes, versus it actually being good. You know, what's quality versus what's just appears to be popular. Just like here on YouTube, you know, somebody will click on a video because it has 20,000 views versus one that has 20 views. Why? Because it appears as if it's quality because so many people engaged in it. And that's not necessarily true. I literally just watched a video last night of a guy who had 89 subscribers. And I think 144 people had watched the video, but the video is titled, "The Girl I Was Dating Ruined My Birthday Weekend in Vegas." And I promise you, I was entertained from beginning to end because this guy has a big personality. He was something else. And it was just entertaining, and I wanted to know what was going to happen next. Like, did he ever find out why she was tripping? Like, it was just engaging and good, you know? And so we have to differentiate what's popular versus what is quality. You know, there was a video talking about Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, and they were breaking down the song Luther. And Luther's actually my least favorite on the album. And I typed that in there. I'm like, you guys are breaking down Luther. I was like, that's actually my least favorite. And everybody on the feed came in and said, nah, sis, you got to play it again. Luther is fire. Luther's actually the best one. And I said, you know what? I'm going to check it out again. And guess what? Still don't like it. Still my least favorite. You know? We got to stop going off of what other people think and then categorizing it as good just because 20 million people think it's good. No, it don't work that way. My mom was a label junkie. And she would bring something and be like, isn't it cute? And I'd be like, not really. But it's Donna Karen. And it's ugly. My mom would put something high up here just because of who made it. Oh my God. I miss that woman so much. My mama was something else. And I miss her to death. But yeah, just because it was made by somebody, it's got to be good. No, it don't. You know, we have to look at quality versus popularity. You know, there's people that come across my feed, you know, several people that I've watched in the past, and they come across my feed like, ooh, they fine. Ooh. You know, so halfway through the video, I'm just looking at their physique, their skin, you know, the way that they sound, not listening to nothing they're saying, right? Focused on the outside, the superficial, until I got to actually listening, and they say something that actually was like, ping, like, oh, hold on, what they, oh, this person actually, okay, let me go ahead and rewind and watch the video again, you know? And then I began to appreciate them for their mind and for what they had to say versus just the aesthetics of who they were. You know, that's happened so many times. But there are a lot of people that have all the gadgets, all of the you know, the things to make them pop, make them popular, but there's no substance behind what they're saying and what they actually represent. And I think that's shameful, but that is life. A lot of people can get away with just appearing to have quality without actually having quality, because that's the way society is going. We want to get on the team that appears like it's winning versus the team that is actually going to teach us something, the team that's actually going to help us grow as individuals. Just because that person like it don't mean you got to like it. They were also mentioning about music and how people are not willing to listen to new artists because they're stuck in their ways. They're stuck in doing creatures of habit, and I think that's really unfortunate because I've stumbled across a lot of music just letting, the playlist go and just letting it play. And then if something piques my interest, like, oh, let me see, and next thing you know, you go back and you're listening to all that person's music and you're just like, whoa, like El Mien, oh my God, that dude is fire. I heard one song by him by accident and I went to look him up and all of his music is fire. And I'm just like, you know, we just have to give we have to give people a chance. Just because other people don't know about them does not mean that they're not quality. I remember years ago when I was married, I had bought the Usher album and he's got that song, Can't Look Me Baby, Thinking It the Way You Like, You Want It to Be Bad. And in the song it's got a guitar. And I just loved that song. And my ex at the time was like, I don't like this song. And I'm like, why not? He's like, I just don't, So I would have to skip when that song would come on, right? And I had to play it by myself until he found out that the guitarist is a famous guitarist. I think the guitarist was Stevie Nicks or somebody. And once he found out who the guitarist was, then all of a sudden he liked the song. And I was just like, look at you. You only like it because it's this guitar, but you didn't like it for what it sounded like initially. I can't stand that. We got to start being true to ourselves. I ain't saying that I ain't never changed my mind because somebody else liked something, but it happens a lot. Like, I'm one of those type of people that if I say I like a particular guy, like, I'm that kind of person where, and this has happened to me, swear to God, where I've liked people and I've expressed that I liked or was crushing on somebody, and next thing I know, the person that I'm cool with is hollering at that person. And it's like, but you wasn't thinking about him. You wasn't even looking. You never said his name. All of a sudden, I mentioned one little thing. And that's why I learned to keep my mouth shut about guys that I'm dating or guys that I like. But it happened too many times. It happened to me at least 3 times, like between my 20s and 30s, where I mentioned something about somebody. And next thing I know, that person is mm-mm-mm. I was even involved with an organization or a startup, if you will, right? And we would do these Zoom calls, and the guy in charge of the organization never came at me any kind of way, never flirted, never any of that, right? Until one of the other guys in the group started low-key flirting with me. Once that other guy started low-key flirting with me while we were on the Zoom, all of a sudden, the guy that was in charge of the organization started like flirting and then tried to like holler at me. And I didn't think about it until after me and him stopped talking, but I was like, the only reason you even wanted to holler at me in the first place was because that guy showed interest. But you weren't thinking about me before then. You had no interest whatsoever. And I just think that is so weird. I think this also brings another point that a lot of men, immature men, really care about what other people think. That's just like that saying that says, if you bring your girl to the cookout and Unc say, that's you, then you got to go. But if Unc don't say that's you, then, and I think that is so messed up, you know? If you like her, if you attracted to her, that should be all that matters. Why do you need the approval of your uncle and your cousins and your homeboys and them? That is just so immature. But anyways, let me get off that because I don't want to start nothing. Y'all have a good day.